like this. Used to have that white bitch popping on the night shift. Now I'm one westward sharper than the ice pick. And it's feeling like some vibrant. Yeah, that's light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep it lit. Rappers can't see. Most get the witness. Go and close your eye here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair, or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fin at that commissary hit before run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jam. Lying on these whole rappers, my hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on, but I'm not friendly. Going on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the swab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you gotta got my heart with my living in the sport in my whole life, It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, they got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Sani. My wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with changed features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on the face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. So I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that God flow, this that shit that rappers die for. Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that black work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. The streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta go my heart with my boy. Waiting on the swab in my home. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta go my heart time. Living in the swab in my whole life, my whole life.
For my people, this for people, yeah, this for my people. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man. They paid about the Spanish, did a whole lot of damage. Shit was outlandish, banks got branded. Split up all the families, then shipped across it. So many died from the famine. Threw the dead bodies overboard, sharks ate them like salmon. I know you can't stand it. I spit the truth, goddammit. Big business got managed. Dig it, came to pick up all the blacks. Whips beat up our back, we never got to relax. Pretend to set us free, but then you double back with all the cracks. The type of games that you play, 80 keep it real, I ain't going for it. Beat a couple court cases, had a warrant for it. Told my mama if I ever did time, I'ma raise up the whole yard. Had my lawyer like, oh lord, district attorney added more charges. No problem, ain't tripping, thumbing through the scriptures. Muhammad said the Lord with your boy, that's a small issue. Bounce back out the rebound, UPK got the heat now. They done let me off the leash now, teaching in the streets now. A part of Lost Tribe South, but it started in the East now. Look, this for my people, this for my people. Yeah, this for my people, this for my people. This for my people, yeah, this for my people. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck. Fuck the white man, fuck the white man, fuck. For my people, this for my people. Yeah, this for my people. This for my people. This for my people. Yeah, this for my people. Put the white man, put the white man, put the white man, fuck. Put the white man, put the white man, fuck. Put the white man, put the white man, fuck.
Those are messed up, no. Bad news is a big one.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer bar. Togazak, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Hopper. Try to hold me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Throw them boys, we taking over. Call them up like set the date. Piece of cake, yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I make hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. The fart, you gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas. Get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked out and when you speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. You can't do what the niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch, like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our car. And I just made the call. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ, Israel. ISUPK started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yana. And this is the ISUPK Kentucky. And since 1969, we've been teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and so-called First Nation people that we are the true biblical Israelites. We are God's chosen people. We are the Bible speaks about, you understand? And tonight is the Wednesday night law class. You understand? So tonight's title is State Laws Don't Trump God's Laws. Weed is unlawful. You understand? You know that weed is kryptonite to niggas and Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the main reasons they don't want to come to the truth, because of that daggone plant. You understand? God created every urban seed of his kind within his kind. So God likes weed. No, you understand? We're gonna learn tonight that weed is a good plant. You understand? But once you put fire to it, that's when you break the law. You understand? Weed is a medicine. You know what I'm saying? Just like heroin is a plant, but you don't see anybody crying to go put heroin in their arm. Right. cocaine is plant. You don't see nobody crying to make sure they can cocaine in their nose.
Right.
You understand? Those things were meant for to be a medicine, not for pleasure or you know what I'm saying, everyday recreational drug as they put it nowadays. You understand? That's never what weed was meant to. You understand? Um, in the state of Kentucky, since this is ISUPK Kentucky, we're gonna talk about the state of Kentucky today. You understand? The state of Kentucky is trying to pass the medical marijuana bill. You understand? They've already decriminalized. You know what I'm saying? So if you get pulled over and got a little small bag on you, you know what I'm saying, you ain't gonna go to jail for that. You just get a ticket. You understand? And that has made our people go blind to the fact of how Kentucky has over criminalized black people and Hispanic people for the use of marijuana. You know what I'm saying? They always say that marijuana is the gateway drug, but yet states and now Kentucky is trying to pass laws to where you can smoke weed now. You understand? But they always teach you for middle school on that marijuana is a gateway drug that leads to you doing other drugs. You understand? Right. Now, in some cases that is true. Well, in most cases that is true. You know what I'm saying? In some cases it's not. But you know what I'm saying? Not to sidebar a little bit, but I mean, I was in the world at one time. You know what I'm saying? I smoked weed at one time. You know what I'm saying? And I was never really the one to want to go venture and try out them other drugs. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just something about seeing people on cocaine not want to do cocaine. You see what I'm saying? It was like seeing people that was on heroin. It made, you know what I'm saying? But other people ain't as strong-minded. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen a star athlete in high school lose everything because he want to do meth. He want to snort cocaine and do meth. You see what I'm saying? So these states that are passing these marijuana laws, you know what I'm saying? These state laws don't trump God's laws. Weed is still unlawful. You know what I'm saying? Like, weed is a medicine. You know what I'm saying? Are you going to take a Tylenol just because you want to take a Tylenol? Are you going to take Benadryl just because you want to take Benadryl? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to take an allergy medicine because you don't got no allergies, but you just want to take the medicine just because? You going to do that? No, you sound and look retarded if you do. That's the same thing with weed. You know what I'm saying? Weed heads will look at crackheads like, oh, you worse off than me, you're a crackhead. Well, you potheads ain't no goddamn different. Right. You know what I'm saying? You a dope fiend too. Right. I know people that won't even eat until they can smoke. Right. They then talk about, oh, that weed helped me lose weight. No, the weed is a drug, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You felt like you didn't want to eat until you got. So you know what I'm saying? Your body was starving. Right. Weed didn't help you lose no weight. Let's get into one of them articles I sent you. Let's get into let's do hold on, it's lock it. Bear with me 1 second. Let's do the marijuana Kentucky drug threat assessment. Let's do that one first. That was the last one I sent you. We're gonna go up the line. The last one, then we're gonna do the second one, then we'll do the third one. We'll do it that way. You understand? Because what we have to understand as a people, you know what I'm saying? Marijuana does us no good. You know what I'm saying? No matter how the state may pass a law saying that you can smoke weed or take weed or grow weed or whatever, but it's still a federal law. So anytime the feds want to run and kick your door in, you gonna go to jail, no matter what the state says, because the you know what I'm saying, the federal trumps the state. Right. Even though all states are sovereign, they can make their own laws, but the federal laws trumps the state laws. You know what I'm saying? So law though says you growing too many plants and you're gonna go to jail. Guess what? You going to jail. Not to mention, all the black and Hispanic has been locked up in the state of Kentucky behind weed, and now you passing laws to where people can now smoke weed.
Right.
So does that mean you're gonna let all the people that y'all locked up before out of jail? I bet not, because none of the other states did it. California didn't do it. Denver, Colorado didn't do it. Hell, I don't even know any of the other states. Nevada, they didn't do it. It's like 20-something states that allow you to recreational smoke weed or medically smoke weed.
Yeah.
But none of them states let the people that they locked up on Trump charges and overly sentenced. They didn't let none of them black and Hispanics out. But yet now, what they doing? They selling the same weed that they locked your black ass up for.
Right.
They selling the same weed they locked your brown ass up for. Now somebody hop in them comments and make that make sense for me. All you weed heads, hop in that comment section to make that make sense. Because no matter what the state say, state laws don't trump God's laws. Weed is definitely unlawful. And we're gonna definitely get into the scriptures a little bit later and prove that weed is unlawful. Whenever you get there, go ahead. You can start.
Okay. Marijuana. They say marijuana is the most widely available and frequently abused illicit drug in Kentucky.
Marijuana is the most illicit, abused drug and available drug in Kentucky. But now they're mixing it with fentanyl and everything else. You know what I'm saying? So are you really smoking just weed? You know what I'm saying? Like them what they call it, loud. That loud pack that you getting, that Zaza that you getting, you know what I'm saying? You always like how they always say how it got seeds inside it. Zaza ain't got no seeds.
Right.
That's made in a lab. That loud you talking about, that don't got no seeds. That's made in a lab. You know what I'm saying? Now they mixing all that with fentanyl. And I read the sidebar just for a second. I read an article out of Nashville where a lady picked up a $1 bill. I believe it was a devil. A devil picked up a $1 bill. In like an hour, she almost died and had to be rushed to the hospital because one whole side of her body went numb and she damn near died. And when the husband took the $1 bill from her, he damn near died too. All for that had fentanyl on it. So imagine what you're doing when you smoking that, putting it in your lungs.
Right.
Weed ain't just weed no more. I'm saying weed is made in a lab, chemically, you know what I'm saying, putting everything on it, fentanyl and everything else on it. You know what I'm saying? And then we keep your ass stuck for hours upon hours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, nobody, you don't know nobody in like weed that's doing like absolutely wonderful for themselves. They stuck in the same cycle over and over and over, not doing nothing positive or anything. You know what I'm saying? That anything worse.
Right.
Yeah, they'll skip out on job opportunities because you gotta take a piss test.
Right. Yeah.
And like smoking weed is their whole life. I ain't never gonna give up smoking weed. I can't never quit smoking weed. Damn, if weed mean life or death, what you gonna choose? You still gonna choose weed? Because that's really what it is, because it's unlawful.
Right.
Weed is the difference between life and death. Because if you follow the laws, then you live.
Right.
If you break the laws, you die. Okay, go ahead.
It remains the foremost cash crop throughout the state.
And that's the reason why they want to start legalizing it. It's because they see money is being made. They see the other states, they making money off that. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's a Commonwealth state don't mean they don't want to make that money. Right. They all about making that money. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the largest cash crop in this damn state. People growing it and not the license to grow it yet, but they growing it anyway. And we're gonna get into that on the second on the second article. Go ahead.
Kind of growers are increasingly using violence.
All right, here it is right here. Growers are increasingly using violence. So if you walking through the woods and accidentally stumble upon somebody weed plants, they mess around and kill you here in Kentucky.
Right. I have traps set up.
Or have a trap set up, yeah, and kill you in the state of Kentucky. And this western Kentucky, and there's a lot of farmland out here.
Right.
Yeah, I've been a kid riding around in the woods on four-wheelers before and accidentally ran across some plants. Accidentally, like we didn't mean to do this, like oops. So I mean, all this open land out here and all this farmland out here, man. Come on, man. Go ahead, keep going.
Kind of. They say in the crop in the state, they say nearly 50% of all drug treatment admissions in Kentucky from fiscal year 1998 through fiscal year 2000 were marijuana related.
Hold on, so read that one more time for me. Just that sentence.
They say nearly 50% of all drug treatment admissions.
So 50% of all drug treatment admissions, that's if you get caught with weed because it was illegal. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't decriminalized. And if you get caught with weed, you had to go to rehab. You know what I'm saying? Or go to jail.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you went to 50% of rehabilitation come from marijuana. But yet now they want to pass marijuana. Go ahead.
Right. Nearly 50% of all drug treatment admissions. In Kentucky, from fiscal year 1998 through fiscal year 2000, were marijuana related more than for any other drug, and the number of treatment admissions.
So hold on, stop right there for a second. Between 1998 and 2023, 50% of admissions to rehab have been because of marijuana. And you know all type of meth heads around here.
Right.
It's all type of crackheads, heroin addicts, all that. All them pill poppers, you always pop them pill poppers. What's that one thing? What's the one thing they be talking about in music? Syrup.
Oh, syrup.
All them people that did the syrup. All these drugs, and you telling me 50% of the admissions to have been from 1998 to 2020 because of marijuana. That's more than any other mother hard drugs. So you taking this gateway that leads to the mother drugs that more people have been in the bath for, and you want to make this now legal. But you ain't talking about making amphetamines legal. You ain't talking about making cocaine or crack legal. You ain't talking about making heroin legal.
Right.
But you want to take the one drug that more than of its users have been to rehab since 1998, and you want to make this legal. And Black and Hispanic people are jumping at the bit for it. Yeah, we can smoke weed legally now.
Right.
You dumb. What you're gonna do is leave your ass in 1998. Goddamn it.
Right.
Still stuck where you at doing what you're doing, because jobs ain't gonna now accept smoking marijuana. If you can't pass a drug, them jobs ain't gonna hire you.
Right.
Even though marijuana is legal, that's not gonna happen. Adam says they're killing the seed of Black men with because marijuana lowers your sperm count.
Right.
That's true. Give give out the power of king of hand. That's very true. Saying like that, and niggas and Hispanics just look at it like more weed legally now. Nothing wrong with that. The state passed it. We can follow the laws of the land. Well, not the South, but you know what I'm saying. Laws of the land. A man can marry a man too.
Right.
A woman can marry a woman. You could change your entire sex. That's what the law of the land say.
Right.
But God goes specifically against it.
Right.
The law of the land says you can only have one woman. There's no law in God's Bible that says you can't have more than one woman, as long as she don't belong to another man.
Right.
So again, state laws don't trump, or the laws of the land don't trump God's laws. Marijuana is still unlawful. Keep going.
Okay. For marijuana abuse increased 27% from fiscal year 1998 through fiscal year 2000. Cannabis is more commonly cultivated outdoors in Kentucky by the number of indoor cannabis grows.
Now skip down to where it says abuse.
Okay.
Read some of that.
Okay. Abuse. Marijuana is the most frequently abused illicit drug in Kentucky, and treatment admissions for marijuana abuse are increasing. According to the Kentucky Division of Substance Abuse, nearly 50% of all admissions to publicly funded treatment facilities in Kentucky from 1998 through 2000.
So that's basically what we was just reading too. So marijuana is really abused illicit drug in Kentucky, but now the state is considering passing a law that says you can medically smoke marijuana.
Right.
And we all know that you know what I'm saying, because let's take Oklahoma for example, because I know people in Oklahoma too, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody I knew in Oklahoma, somehow or another, whether they medically needed it or not, got a marijuana card.
Right.
You go up there, all you have to do basically is go up there to the doctor, tell them you got chronic back pains, and they're gonna give you a marijuana card. Tell them you got chronic whatever pains, guess what? You get. It's like literally that easy. All right, skip down to where it says violence.
Okay. Violence. The production of marijuana is increasingly associated with violence. Growers in Kentucky are known to protect themselves and their crops with firearms, explosive, and booby traps.
God damn, they said explosive. Motherfuckers got explosives. Salakia, excuse the language. People in Kentucky got explosives? And I mean, you just can't go anywhere on the street and find some goddamn explosives.
No.
I grew up in the streets in Kentucky. You can't just go anywhere in the streets and find some goddamn explosives. Where are these folks getting explosives at?
It's a lot.
Unless they MacGyver and making it their own explosives.
Or going on a black market page on the internet.
See, everybody talk about a black market page on the internet. I've been all over the goddamn internet. I've never seen a black market page.
Certain words you gotta type in.
Don't incriminate yourself. Let's keep going.
Oh my God.
Right there where you was at explosives.
Kind of explosive. Booby traps posing as greater threat to law enforcement and the public. Marijuana growers operating on federal land in Kentucky have verbally and physically assaulted visitors to national forests.
So that's basically land between the lakes right here. That's federal property right there. So people out there on land between the lakes growing marijuana, setting booby traps and bombs, and you know what I'm saying, assaulting law enforcement,
right,
and people. But yeah, this is a drug that they want to make legal in Kentucky. All right, let's drop that and go to the next article. Black Kentuckians nearly 10 times more likely to be arrested for marijuana possession. Let's go to that one.
Kind of gone. What? Black Kentuckians nearly 10 times more likely to be arrested for marijuana possession than white Kentuckians.
But we in a post-racial era, you know what I'm saying? It's the great Martin Luther King dream. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to worry about none of that, right? But yeah, you 10 times more likely to go to jail if you black being in a possession of marijuana than you was if you was white.
Right.
But we all equal. You know what I'm saying? That's Martin Luther King's law. We all equal. You know what I'm saying? There's no white privilege or anything like that. Obviously it is.
Yeah.
Obviously you can tell I'm being sarcastic. You know what I'm saying? Because reports say black Kentuckians nearly 10 times more likely to be arrested for marijuana possession than white Kentuckians. That's clearly white privilege.
That's right.
That's clearly not a post-racial era. So that's clearly state laws don't trump God's laws. Weed is unlawful. Put the goddamn weed down.
Right.
Your lungs will be happy. You know what I'm saying? You could breathe better. You be able to go up there, go up them 2-3 flights of stairs and not be out of breath.
Right.
You could walk 10 feet without being out of breath. God damn it! Put the weed down. Go ahead, keep going.
Come. The parties.
Disparities.
Select. Disparities. Persist in marijuana enforcement. Black Kentuckians are 9.4 times more likely than white Kentuckians to be arrested for marijuana possession. As the war on drugs continues throughout the U.S., Kentucky remains near the top when it comes to racial disparities for arrests for marijuana. Black Kentuckians are 9.4 times more likely than white Kentuckians to be arrested for marijuana possession, despite both groups having similar national marijuana.
So now, black people don't use weed or smoke weed more than white people do. But black people are 10 times more likely to go to jail for being in possession of marijuana than white Kentuckians are.
Right.
This is just the state of Kentucky. This is ISUPK Kentucky. We just talking about Kentucky right now. You know what I'm saying? In the state of Kentucky, from Hopkinsville to Louisville, up to you know what I'm saying? What's that up north? Northern Kentucky to Southern Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? We just talking about Kentucky right here. White people in Kentucky or black people in Kentucky are no more likely to smoke weed than people in Kentucky. But if you're black, you're 10 times more likely to go to jail for possession of marijuana in the state of Kentucky than your white counterparts.
Crazy.
And what's crazy about it is I've had this battle with devils online all the time. You know what I'm saying? Talking about they don't have white privilege or this and that. Yeah, well, look, if me and you both got caught with a bag of weed, you be going home and I'm going to jail. Right. And guess what? This article proves my point.
That's right.
I'm 10 times more likely to go to jail for having marijuana than you are, Mr. White Devil. Like you, Mr. Esau, Mr. Oppressor. Keep going.
Come. This rate is second only to Montana, where black people are 9.6 times more likely to be arrested than white people. Illinois is in no more distant third place at 7.5.
And what's crazy is Illinois is legal. You can you can medically or what's it called, recreationally smoke weed in Illinois now. But you're still more likely to go to jail for being black than you are for being white. That's crazy. When did this article come out? This article came out in 2020. 2020, I don't think Illinois was illegal in 2020. Yeah, it was too. It's been legal for a couple of years now.
Oh.
At least 3. So 2020, that's when. We'll say 2020 is when they passed it.
Yeah.
I want to say it was before that though, but I'm not too sure on that. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Go ahead, keep going.
Kind of account. Nationally, blacks were 3.64 times more likely to be arrested than whites, although the total number of people arrested for marijuana possession has decreased in the past decade.
It's been decreased because in Illinois and Kentucky and all these places, it's been weed has been decriminalized.
Mm.
So you no longer go to jail for having a bag of weed, but you still get a citation. You know what I'm saying? You still get a ticket. You still gotta you know what I'm saying? Go to court, pay a fine. I know back in the day they used to make you take a class. I don't know if they still do, but they make you take a class.
Mm.
You had to pay for that class too.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So you still $600 to $1,000 out of pocket for being decriminalized and getting a ticket for it.
Mm.
You pay court costs and all that.
Oh.
Keep going.
Nationally, law enforcement still made 6.1 million such arrests.
Hold on. They make 6.1 million such arrests over the period. And the racial disparities in the arrest rates remain in every state. So even since 2020, when we've been legal in Illinois,
Right.
still black people are 7.5 more times more likely to go to jail in the state of Illinois. 10 times more likely to go to jail in the state of Kentucky and Montana. So whether it's legal or not, they still taking your black ass to jail.
Right.
Or you still getting a ticket, a fine, or something of that nature. But yet, niggas are so happy. Blacks and Hispanics are so happy that the state of Kentucky is now going to pass medical law or medical marijuana laws. But again, state laws don't trump God's laws. Weed is unlawful. Let's drop that and go to the next article where they're actually talking about the bill that's being passed.
Okay.
This is the last one that we're going to get into the scriptures.
Kind of account. Medical marijuana bill passes through Kentucky Senate Committee. Frankfort, Kentucky. A Kentucky medical marijuana bill has cleared the first hurdle. Has cleared the first hurdle on its way to approval. State Senate, select. Senate Bill 47 passed out of a Senate Licensing and Occupation Committee hearing Tuesday morning. As a matter of background, medical marijuana has passed in the House before, but traditionally dies in the Senate, making this more significant.
So they've tried to pass this before. They passed it through one branch, but it goes nowhere when it goes to the second branch. You know what I'm saying? So now that it's in it's got more gaslight behind it now.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's more likely to be passed now. Go ahead.
Come. As a matter of background, medical marijuana has passed in the House before, but traditionally dies in the Senate, making this more significant. This year, the process started in the Senate. Let's allow this vote to happen and give safe access to Kentucky patients, said Jamie Motavo of Kentuckians for medical marijuana.
So now they really want this bill to pass, not because they want black people to not be arrested 10 times more likely to be arrested 10 times people, but they they want this bill to pass for money, for you know what I'm saying, their own gain. Not because they want to get black people out of jail for smoking weed. Because guess what? All the black people that went to jail for 5, 6, 7, 10 years for selling weed and such nature, guess what? They still gonna have to serve their time.
Right.
So no matter what they do with this bill right here, if you went to jail, if you got caught with pounds and you went to jail for 10 years for trafficking marijuana, you still have to do your time, bro. Go ahead.
Okay. You can read the bill in its entirely here. SB 47 is an expansive 155 pages long. It includes a very limited list of qualifying medical conditions along with requirements that patients must have certification from a doctor. Patients who get caught sharing their medical cannabis will have their access revoked. The following diagnoses are covered under SB 47. Any type of form of cancer, regardless of the stage, chronic, severe, intractable, or debilitating pain.
Now, what did I say a while ago? With everybody I knew in Oklahoma City, all they had to go tell the doctor they had chronic back pain or chronic pain because they played sports in high school or anything like that, and then get a marijuana card, right? What's it say right here? Chronic, severe, intractable, or deliberating pain.
Right.
So basically, all you had to do was go tell the doctor, God damn it, your back hurt real bad, and it's a chronic back pain that's been hurting for a while, or you got arthritis in your back, or whatever. What? You get a medical marijuana card. All right, skip down to the past that where it said medical marijuana will not be available until 2025.
Kind. Medical marijuana will not be available until 2025 under the bill in order to give the state time to prepare for regulation. Bill sponsor, Senator Stephen West, Republican Paris, said. People spoke before the bill went to a committee vote. Among the speakers in favor of medical marijuana was Eric Crawford, a quadriplegic who became paralyzed after a car crash. Crawford said he relies on cannabis to control violent muscle spasms, and nothing has worked better for him. He said he lives in fear of being arrested. However, a representative from the Family Foundation of Kentucky spoke against the bill, saying they believe it's a gateway drug and that its medical benefits have not been studied enough.
Now, what did I forget in another class? They've been telling us since grade school that marijuana is a gateway drug that leads to other things. What did someone say that went against the bill? That it's a gateway drug. Benefits haven't been studied enough.
Right.
You understand? So they want to pass a bill that we just read 50% of people that went to rehab, more than any other from 1998 to 2023, has been because of marijuana.
Right.
Black people are 10 times more likely to go to jail for being in marijuana than white Kentuckians.
Right.
This bill ain't gonna save you, black people. They still gonna lock your black ass up.
Right.
And like I said earlier, all you had to do was say, "Hey, I got chronic. Ain't nothing even got to be wrong with your goddamn back. You just go tell them I got chronic back pains, and guess what? You get a medical marijuana bill because one of the diagnoses that under the bill is chronic, severe, intractable, or deliberating pain.
Right.
I got knee pain. I've been having this since playing football in high school. You get a marijuana card. It's that easy. All right, let's drop that. Let's get into these scriptures Because no matter what the states say, state laws don't trump God's laws, and weed is unlawful, and we're gonna prove that right now. Go to Ecclesiasticus 38 and start at verse 1.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 38, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Honor a physician.
Honor a physician. Honor your doctor. You know what I'm saying? Honor your doctor. That don't mean go up there and trick your goddamn doctor and tell him you got chronic back pain so you can get a medical marijuana card. All right, keep going.
Honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which he may have of him, for the Most High have created him.
Now, the physician may give you, may tell you that you could use medical marijuana. You know what I'm saying? But because you're supposed to have back pain.
Right.
Not just because you tell him you had back pain. You know what I'm saying? Because the weed is for, you know what I'm saying, let's say like a pain reliever. But where it becomes, we're going to get into the scripture later, where it becomes unlawful is when you to it. You know what I'm saying? So instead of going up there and getting medical marijuana so you can go get plants and smoke the plants, you know what I'm saying? Tell them you want a weed pill. Tell them you edibles or whatever they call them.
Right.
Edibles. You know what I'm saying? They make suckers, gummy bears. You know what I'm saying? Brownies. It's made to help a medical problem, like if you're in pain.
Right.
But we're gonna get into scripture later where you put fire to it. That's when it becomes unlawful. Keep going.
Okay. Verse 2. For of the Most High cometh healing.
The Most High, hey, he don't want you to be in pain. He wants you, hey, if you can stop the pain, man, stop the pain. He ain't against you stopping the pain, but he is against you being a drug addict. So if you got the back pain and you taking the weed pills or edibles or whatever you taking, if you don't got no pain no more, stop taking it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because again, you take Tylenol if you got a headache. You're not gonna take Tylenol if you ain't got no goddamn headache. Nobody just sit here pop Tylenol all day for fun.
Right.
So if you're in pain, take what you need to take. If you're not in pain no more, stop taking it. Keep going.
Okay. And he shall receive honor of the king.
Keep going.
Okay. Verse 3. The skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration.
Keep going.
Okay. Verse 4. The Most High have created medicines out of the earth.
The Most High created medicines out of the earth. That's weed come from the earth.
Right.
Cocaine come from the earth. Heroin come from the earth. You know what I'm saying? But if let's say you went to the white man's military and you was in war and you got hit with a bomb or what they call it bomb whatever, it's a bomb. God damn it, it's a bomb. You know what I'm saying? If you get blown up in war, what do you think they give you? They give you it's not called heroin, but it's basically heroin what they give you
like
to relieve that pain.
Shot.
Yeah, morphine. Morphine is heroin.
Right.
Morphine is heroin. That stops the pain. So when your leg blown off, you don't feel your leg being blown off.
Right.
You can actually not be in pain and go to sleep or whatever until they fix you up, and then when you wake up, you realize you ain't got no goddamn leg. Morphine is heroin. Keep going.
Come.
God made medicines from the earth. Go ahead. It's medicine, not recreational, not doing it for fun, not doing it just because you can, not doing it to get high. It's medicine. It's made to heal you. Medicine is to heal you. Go ahead.
Come. And he that is wise will not abhor them.
He that is wise will not abhor them. Not overdo it.
Right.
Not, you know what I'm saying? Not become a junkie. Just because you smoke weed doesn't mean you're not a junkie.
Right.
Abhor. Let's look up that word real quick. Regard with disgust or hatred. Was it abhor? What was the word? Salakia.
Abhor. ABHOR.
ABHOR.
Come.
Regard with extreme repugnant. You know what I'm saying? Not overdoing it.
Right.
Not doing it just because you can. Not doing it just to get high. These medicine, these was made for medicines, not to get your ass high. Was that?
Come.
All right, drop that and go to Ezekiel 47 and 12. You know what I'm saying? Because what we have to understand is these plants was made for medicine when you're sick. If you're no longer sick, you no longer need the medicine. You know what I'm saying? These medicines weren't made for you just to get high. It was made for medicines to heal pain. Using medicine while when you're not sick, that makes you you know what I'm saying? That makes it a habit instead of being for medicine. So if you won't take an Advil, if you don't got a headache, don't take weed if you don't got actual back pain.
Right.
Or if you do have a headache, you take your Advil. You know what I'm saying? If your back hurt, take you a weed pill. And if your back stop hurting, stop taking the weed pills. Yeah, well, remember when I hurt my back? I went to the doctor. They gave me some muscle relaxers. You know what I'm saying? They said take 3 a day until the pain stopped. Hell, I still got like 10 of them left in there. Why? Because my back don't hurt like it did.
Right.
So I don't just to keep popping them because they said I could take 3 a day. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's medicine. It's supposed to help you through your pain. If you're no longer in pain or no longer need the medicine, quit taking the shit. That makes you a junkie. Go ahead whenever you get there.
Come. Ezekiel chapter 47, verse 12. And by the river upon the bank thereof, on this side and on that side, shall grow all trees for meat, whose leaf shall not fade, neither shall the fruit thereof be consumed. It shall bring forth new fruit according to his month, because their waters they issue out of the sanctuary, and the fruit thereof shall be for meat, and the leaf thereof for medicine.
The leaf thereof for medicine. You understand? It's not meant for you to take it and get high.
Right.
It's meant to be a medicine. Medicine heals your body. When you overtake medicine, now you become a junkie.
Right.
The marijuana plants, the poppy seeds, the coca leaf, that's all plants for medicine, to make medicines. Yeah, don't they use the poppy leaf? Ain't that what they put in Ritalin?
Kind of. I think, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's all medicines.
Right.
That's not something that you're supposed to take to get high. All right, drop that Proverbs 16 and start at 26. Do 26 and 27. Here's what we're gonna learn. When you put fire to it, that's when you know what I'm saying? That's when it becomes unlawful. You know what I'm saying? Taking a weed pill isn't unlawful as long as you're in pain. You know what I'm saying? Taking a heroin shot isn't unlawful if your goddamn leg been blown off.
Right.
Matter of fact, what's that drug they give you the people that's trying to get off heroin?
Call it methadone.
Methadone. Ain't that the same thing as heroin? Ain't that made from the same leaf? And correct me if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Correct me if I'm wrong. Ain't that the same thing?
God, you right.
You from New York. New York, hey, heroin was a big thing in New York. It wasn't so much in Kentucky, but you know what I'm saying, up north, heroin was a big thing. It still is.
It's like, if I may, it still is, because you got the methadone clinics, like early in the morning they be up. So the methadone like weans them off.
Right.
It weans them off, and
if I could real quick, what's the methadone made of?
The methadone made of comes from the what you call them?
The poppy leaf.
Gun.
Same thing they come from.
Yeah. I want to say they kind of mix it with something.
They dilute it down so it ain't as strong, right? It's not, but it's still a point. Yeah. That's the point. It's still a medicine.
Yeah. And you not they don't shoot it up. I think they give it to them like in a pill form. They give it to them in a pill form. They make you take it right there in front of them. Reason I know all this, I used to see all this on the way going to the train.
Right.
Early in the morning.
Right.
Like the same way they get up.
Well, no, it's in the truth. We understand.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, so the same way they get up and go cop their bag early. The methadone clinics, they be open up by like 6 o'clock in the morning. Like sharp. Every morning.
Yeah, because people need them pills. One, before they keep getting the damn heroin, or two, because they're actually really trying to get off the heroin. But it's still the point is it's still a pill. It's a medicine. It's not meant for you to get high.
Right. Right.
All right, let's go. Where we at? Proverbs? Let's go.
Proverbs chapter 16, verse
26. Start at 26.
Come. Salaki. Verse 26. He that laboreth for himself, for his mouth craveth it of him.
For he that laboreth of himself. That's a goddamn weed head going looking for weed.
Right.
That's a goddamn you know what I'm saying, a witch that sells the weed.
Right.
That's witchcraft according to the Bible.
Right.
That's in Exodus 22 and 18, 17, 18, something like that. That's when I suffer a witch to live. Witchcraft is selling drugs. That's witchcraft.
Right.
It's like it. Keep on.
Verse 27. An ungodly man diggeth up evil. And
an ungodly man diggeth up evil. What you gotta do with the marijuana plant? I dig that shit up.
Right.
Pick the leaves off. Hang it up. I don't know the routine. I'm just saying. So like it. You know what I'm saying? Baking soda, water, cocaine, mix it up. I don't know the recipe. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta dig it up. You gotta pluck the leaves off. You gotta hang it upside down, let it dry out. Such and such. I might get in trouble for that one. So lock it. Keep going. Hope I don't get checked for that.
And in his lips there is as a burning fire.
In his lips there's a burning fire. You know what I'm saying? What they gotta roll it up.
Right.
You know, break it down, roll it up. What's that song? Break it down, roll it up. Gotta break it down and roll it up. And then what you gotta do, you gotta put fire to it.
Right.
Keep going. Was that the end on that?
Come.
End on 27?
Come.
You know what I'm saying? So in the evil man's lips is a burning fire.
Right.
That's that marijuana smoke. That's that crack pipe.
Right.
That's all them things. That's cigarettes and all that. Black and Miles, because we know black women love to smoke Black and Miles here in Kentucky. God damn. Drop that. Go to First Peter 1 and start at we're gonna do 13 through 16. You know what I'm saying? Because what we have to understand is we need to have a sober mind to get out this hell that we live.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What about the civil rights movement? You know what I'm saying? The reason why it was so, I guess, what you want to call successful is because everybody wanted to hide off their goddamn ass. Everybody was working towards one common goal. Everybody had a reason. You know what I'm saying? You can't get 10 niggas with you today. But you had, you know what I'm saying? It was what, the Million Man March to Washington D.C.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas coming from Mississippi and Alabama and all these, you know what I'm saying, poor states, walking all the way up. They didn't catch a bus. They didn't have the gas money. They didn't catch a plane to Washington. They walked. You can't get a nigga to walk around the goddamn corner today because they so high.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened in the 70s, 80s? They put the weed. That was the tester. Remember the Hillman?
Right.
Then what came right after that? Cocaine, heroin. Well, first it was heroin, then cocaine and crack. And now you can't get a nigga to walk down the damn street. Imagine, you know what I'm saying, trying to get 100 niggas to march for something that's right. You know what I'm saying? That's like us trying to get 10 niggas to go out to camp. Right. We got 5 in Kentucky. We got 5. But you know what I'm saying? Just trying to get niggas off weed, it's hard to get to 10.
Right.
Just because of weed. Nigga, black and brown people ain't got no type of self-respect for themselves. No, they just want to get high all day and you know what I'm saying, just do bullshit. That's why we need a sober mind. Go ahead.
Salaki, you say 1 Peter 3?
1 Peter 1, 13 through 16. That's why we got to get our people off this weed, man. We get our people off this weed, then you know what I'm saying, they'll get off the crack, they'll get off the heroin too. That's what. Now I don't understand how you get new crackheads in the 90s and 2000s and now 2020s when we seen what crack did to black families in the 80s. How the hell do you get new crackheads when you seen what crack did to the families and heroin did to the families? How the hell do you now in the 90s and 2000s and 2010s and now 2020s? Oh yeah, I'm smoking some crack. Let's try the crack. Are you serious? Like, how is that even possible? Like I said, you know what I'm saying? When I was growing up, hell, I seen what cocaine did to my friends. That's something I didn't even want to even attempt to try. Right. So, I seen what crack did when I was growing up in the 80s, and then all my cousins going to jail for selling crack. And then what crackheads was moving like in the hood without just in little small ass Murray, Kentucky. You know, like all the crack that was going around there. My daddy was smoking crack, everything. I seen what crack was doing to all them. I'm like, yeah, that's probably not a drug I ever want to try. I don't understand how you get a new crackhead in 2020. Like that baffles me. Like, goddamn, for real.
So like the only thing I can think of is 2 things I get out of it. Either you gave up living, or you was following behind somebody, or somebody that's tricked you through you smoking weed and somebody.
And they laced it with something. Yeah, I believe that's what happened to my daddy. Weed, I believe somebody laced it, and that's how he went on to that. But that's a whole nother story. Let's go ahead with the scripture.
Come. 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 13. Wherefore gird up the loins of your mind,
Gird up the loins of your mind. How can you gird up the loins of your mind? How can you free your mind to do something if your mind is clouded all goddamn day smoking weed?
Right.
Go ahead.
Kind of be sober and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto at the revelation of Yahweh Shah Hamashiach.
Be sober. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop getting high. The money you can save from not smoking weed. Keep going.
Verse 14. As obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the former lust in your ignorance. Verse 15. He which have called you is holy, so be ye holy.
For he that which has called you, the Yahweh Shah, which has called you, are blacks, Hispanics, and Native First Nation people, the tribes of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, God's chosen people. The one that called you to what?
So call you holy, so be ye holy.
Called you holy, which is separate. So that means you should be separate. Be holy, be separate. Go ahead.
In all manner of conversation.
In all manners of conversation.
Verse 16. Because it is written, be ye holy, for I am holy.
For it is written, be ye holy, be holy, be separate, for the Most High is separate. Go ahead. And to be separate.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 17.
Now, Slocky, drop that. For your notes, you can write down 1 Peter 5 and 8, James 4, 7 through 10, 1 Corinthians 6, 19 and 20, and then go to Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 12. We're going to end there.
You say 1 Corinthians?
1 Corinthians 6, 19 and 20. And then let's go to Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 12, and we're going to end there.
So like a Wisdom of Solomon 6.
Wisdom of Solomon 16.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16, verse 12. For it was neither herb nor mollifying Palestine that restored them to health, but that word, O Lord, which healeth all things.
Read that again.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16, verse 12. For it was neither herb.
It wasn't smoking weed. It wasn't smoking crack or shooting up heroin. It wasn't none of that. Go ahead.
Nor mollifying Palestine that restored them to health.
None of that restored them to health. You know what I'm saying? None of that weed or anything like that. So no matter how much your state want to pass weed laws that let you lawfully smoke weed, smoking weed, state laws don't trump God's laws. Weed is still unlawful. You know what I'm saying? Smoking weed didn't heal you. Go ahead.
But that word.
But that what?
But that word.
But that word of the Most High,
which healeth all things,
is what heals all things. You understand? So no matter what your state law says, your state law doesn't trump God's law. Weed is unlawful. Weed is not gonna heal you, but the Most High will heal you. This is all type of you know what I'm saying, stories just here in the ISUPK under Commander General Hana, where people have been saved from horrible situations. All right, and with that, we'll say Shalom Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatham to the brothers. Shalom Shema Al Tham Bashim Yahweh Shah to the sisters. That's the end of